Every second, every minute, every day, news is breaking, events occur, and there are new developments. At Signature TV, we follow these stories objectively, bringing all sides without bias, explaining the complex issues, breaking down the numbers, and investigating the issues behind the news. Anywhere and everywhere, near or far, wherever the news is, we will be there. Signature TV. News in your pocket.
Many thanks for staying with us. Well, August 1st to 7th each year globally is used in commemorating World Breastfeeding Week. It's usually a period set aside to raise awareness about the importance of exclusive breastfeeding and practices that will actually improve the health and well-being of our newborn. Well, we have an important guest in studio. She's Cheta Oji Okafor. She's an assistant director nursing, University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital, Ituku, Ozala, and she will be giving us her perspective on importance of breastfeeding in early child care stage. Good morning, Cheta. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you. And good morning, my listeners.
I must confess, you look really fabulous.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've been talking breastfeeding almost all week.
Yeah.
Just to, bring our viewers the understanding of the importance of breastfeeding. And I'm just curious because breastfeeding is a practice, a long-standing practice, culturally and otherwise, even before, the Western education came in. Our forefathers, they breastfed. So I'm thinking, why is there still need for an awareness for breastfeeding, even when it's a long-standing practice over centuries before now? Is it modernization has, reduced the need, people seeing the need to continue breastfeeding? So what's the story for us?
Okay, thank you. God bless you
Yes,
for having me. I'm Nurse Cheta for short, as you have called my name.
Yes.
Nurse Cheta. Yesterday, coincidentally, we talked about breastfeeding on my webinar.
Okay.
We talked about the power of breastfeeding and the science behind it.
Okay.
Still creating awareness. That's on WhatsApp.
Okay.
WhatsApp group. So now I'm here to talk about it again. We're talking about breastfeeding because it's just like life, giving life. It's not just feeding. It's like healing you're giving the newborn. When babies are born, some people get confused what to give. Well, let's just say that the first 1,000 days of a baby, that is from the day of conception till 2 years, that is the first 1,000 days of a baby, she needs this healing. But it's bad that today a lot of people fancy their breast, they value their breast, their maybe babes say it's their own and not for the babies. The babes I'm talking about,
yes.
B-A-B-E, not the
Yes.
B-A-B-Y. You're a guy. So now the babe said it's their own. They get jealous of not sharing the baby with the breast milk. So they will pack the breast and start giving formula filled.
Yes.
Oh my God. In the hospital one day I said, why are you doing this? He said, my husband doesn't want me to breastfeed and my breast will fall. Imagine that kind of statement. Why? The breast is for the baby. So now, please, there is still need for awareness, and that's why we're here. Thank you for this topic.
Okay, so
There's a lot of importance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, before we get to that, really, because you did mention that there are ladies that hoard, this milk, stating that they don't want their breasts sagging. But I told you we've been talking about breast feeding all week.
Yeah.
Now we were told in one of our conversations that it's a hormonal thing. And once you give birth, the normal physiologic reaction is that there's a hormone that will be produced to elicit the expression of milk. Sure. Now, if a mother decides, okay, because I don't want my breast to sag and my husband doesn't want my breast to sag, I'm not going to feed the child with breast milk. wouldn't that be a problem because the milk is already being, produced?
Sure.
So
it's a problem to the mother. Problem
exactly.
To the baby,
so how is she expected to deal with the milk that is being produced if she decides not to feed the child? Like, I look at it as it's something that she has to do to even help herself.
Of course, but they don't know because of ignorance.
Okay, so how does she deal with when her breasts are full with milk? How does she deal with it?
A lot of them complain that their breast is engorged with milk.
So what do they do?
Some people will go to their husband to express it and pour it away. Do you know? I've seen a lot in the hospital that make me shed tears. Some people will now take pain relievers. After taking it, we are fembra. They'll be hiding, they'll be holding this breast milk from the babies.
They are willing to go through this sort of pain.
They don't
rather
want
than
to care.
feed their babies.
They want their breasts to be firm.
Shouldn't that be a psychiatric issue?
That is a problem because they don't know that not breastfeeding has its own consequences. For instance, a woman that doesn't breastfeed is exposed to breast cancer, including ovarian cancer. Why? Because the prolactin, that is the milk maker, the hormone. Yeah, the hormone that helps to make milk, produce milk, prolactin, is produced from the pituitary gland of the woman. So now, if it's there, and the oxytocin, which is milk releaser, that is the thing that helps pump the milk out from the breast, if they are not there, then there will be an increase in another hormone we call estrogen and progesterone. And the high flux of this estrogen and progesterone can expose somebody to breast cancer. The high level is a risk factor for breast cancer, including ovarian cancer. So when this woman is breastfeeding, there will be high level of prolactin, which is a breast-making hormone. There will be high level of what? Oxytocin, which is high level, the hormone that helps breast milk to squeeze out.
It's also the hormone that helps to squeeze the uterus or something.
Yeah, I'm coming to that. Now, a lot of, who told you that one?
We're having a conversation around that.
It helps the uterus to do what we call involution. It helps it to contract. And the woman will go back to the normal shape. The tummy will go in. You see them wearing tights, one kind, tying wrapper. But when they breastfeed, all these normal physiological processes will take place. So now, but because the prolactin and the oxytocin are not there, the other ones will be high. But if these are high, the estrogen and progesterone will be reduced. And this person is free to go. Look at me, I breastfed my baby. My babies, I had 4. And if you see their intelligence, in fact, we're coming to the importance of breastfeeding.
Now, aside aesthetic reasons, what other reasons could be, behind women not wanting to breastfeed their babies?
Maybe some myths, what we call myth and misconceptions.
Okay.
Some will say it's painful, it's discomforting to make them smell. Okay, that was aesthetic. That breast milk is not good for babies. That formula feed is better. They want to go high, tell us they have money. Go SMA, go this, go that. So apart from then that some of them are saying that they are career women. They don't have time breastfeeding, time factor. Then maybe our environment, the community where we work, they may not value breastfeeding. If they don't value breastfeeding, there will be no place set aside for the woman to maybe have maternity leave, to have time breastfeed. So the woman is not seeing it as stressful. So another one will come stress. If the woman is stressed at home, maybe financial stress, emotional stress, to affect breast milk production. And the woman will not breastfeed. For example, if the woman has something like anxiety, we know what anxiety, you're anxious all the time, there's no money in the house, your husband is always beating the person, not you, and there is depression. All these affect breast milk production. You know that oxytocin I mentioned?
Yeah.
Oxytocin is a happy hormone.
Oh, it is. I thought it's serotonin.
All of them.
Okay.
I'll tell you later at the backyard. I won't tell you here.
Okay, no problem.
So, because of some of these stressors, and then the economic aspect and workplace-related factors, some people would say, Oga, buy formula, let's give her baby.
So we've mentioned the aesthetic reasons, we have mentioned the economic reasons. Now, are there some physiologic reasons? Because you know that there are some women that will give birth and the breast milk will not flow.
Of course.
What are those health circumstances that can,
of course, the health-related issues, which are maybe we call it contraindications. Not that, so now, it's not that the woman doesn't want to. The woman has the willing to do. But because of the conditions,
What
she
sort
will
of
not.
conditions?
For instance, if the woman has something like severe hypertension, stroke, she has maybe diabetes that is uncontrolled, she has some infectious diseases like HIV, whereby the viral load, that the amount of the virus in the blood is too high, the woman will be asked not to breastfeed. The will now turn to formula feed. The woman has a COVID, you know, COVID, yeah, during the COVID period. So if the baby is there, the baby will be infected. So maybe hepatitis B, hepatitis C, but it depends on some levels. There are high contraindications, moderate contraindications, and low contraindications. Yeah.
Okay. So
these
let's
are
talk
some of it.
about...
Then equally mental disease, there is mental problem. The woman is psychiatric. The woman doesn't know herself. There's mental derangement. So the woman will not breastfeed. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of them. And if the woman is deformed or the breast is inflamed, that is, there is infection of the breast, we call mastitis. So this may not
Something just
allow
occurred
baby
to me now, you know, when a baby, it's not the baby's fault that the mother is not able to breastfeed him, but then he needs it, especially the preterm babies.
Yeah, of course.
Is there an arrangement where, just the way people donate blood,
Sure.
do people donate breast milk?
Yeah, of course, we have what
Please
we call
tell us
wet
about
nurses.
it.
But before that, if it's a woman who cannot breastfeed, but there is
Breast milk.
there is breast milk and she's not contraindicated.
Okay.
Maybe the baby cannot suck, the baby is preterm, the muscles are not yet matured
strong
to
to suck.
and maybe the woman is down somehow, but she can produce milk. It can be expressed using pump. Yeah, there is what we call breast pump. Can be expressed and then be given to the baby using cup or maybe cup and spoon, not feeding bottle. Okay.
The baby can't suck actually.
Yeah,
at that stage.
you use the small cup like this. From the tip, can I give you this?
No, thank
From the
you.
tip of the mouth, yeah, you start sucking small. Okay, yeah, the baby takes it and they will take enough. We have preterm babies that we call premature babies, and we use cup and spoon to give them, even cup. And it's more healthier than feeding bottles.
Yes.
It's healthier than use of feeding bottles because washing of feeding bottles, you cannot really guarantee that they are clean. To avoid giving them maybe diarrhea or some
Yes.
other diseases.
What
So,
about the wet nurses?
yeah,
How does
good.
it play out?
Beautiful. You know, in the olden days, when these men, this idea of a holding breast for the babes, B-A-B-E, didn't start today. Oh.
Really?
In the olden days, around 1900 BC or something, all those that time, the husband of the woman pays some women called wet nurses to come and breastfeed their babies. At the end of the day, they will be paid and discharged.
Wait, do they come every day? Because the child
They
is
stay with
fed
the
on
baby.
demand.
No, they stay with it. They would stay. They pay them to stay within the time frame they want them to breastfeed the baby. And the wife will not breastfeed.
So what it means is that the wet nurses are actually nursing mothers.
Of course, they are nursing mothers.
So how
now.
do they take care of their own babies?
No. They may have taken some hormones. For instance, now if you want to give birth, you don't see your period any longer. There are drugs that can be given to you and start ovulating. I can, for instance, the ones we use for IVF. You can have a pregnancy.
Wow.
So there are drugs, like hormonal drugs, given to these women so that they can start producing milk. As I told you, prolactin, milk producer, milk maker. So there are artificial ones.
Okay, let's just say this in plain English.
Yeah.
It's possible a woman is not a nursing mother, but she can lactate. Is that what you're saying? A woman didn't give birth.
Yeah.
She was just given hormones and boom, she's lactating.
Yeah, of course, now. She can start suckling the baby. Yeah.
Is there no, like you like a word you use, is there no counterproductive, right?
Contraindication?
Indicated.
No, these are wet nurses. The person must have been
It's safe.
ascertained. Yeah,
It's
of course,
safe.
it's safe. Back then, not now. We're not practicing that now. But actually, it's somehow practiced. If a woman gives birth, all these model babies, but somehow it may not be enough. The woman gives birth, the woman is late, maybe the woman dies, maybe the grandmother comes, starts suckling the baby to the breast. Small time, before you know it, breast milk start coming out. It's from the hormone. Yeah. I know of one of my clients who got HIV from that because the mother is HIV positive. Let's see your mouth open.
Oh my goodness. I'm just flummoxed. Really?
Yeah. So when the baby starts, suckling reflex.
Yes,
This
there's
suckling-
a feedback loop.
mechanism.
Yeah.
Yes, as you suckle the breast, there's production. The neurons are telling the brain, produce more. There is need for production. Somebody is suckling. Somebody needs this breast. breast milk. So as the baby is suckling, a message is sent to the neuronal center to produce more milk. And then the oxytocin will push it out and the baby will... So before you know it, the one is already doing some job.
What are the constituents of this breast milk that makes it like one of a kind? Like there are no, whether plant-based or animal-based products that is like the breast milk. What are the contents?
All of them. From day one, there is one we don't have different kinds of milk.
Yeah.
From day one, the first 2 or 3 days, the first milk that comes out from the woman's breast is called colostrum. This colostrum is, in fact, is nutrient packed. It has antibodies. It has immunoglobulin A. That is the antibody.
Yeah, because
part of
the children, they don't have it yet to
of course, they
protect
need
them.
to. So it helps to produce an antibody, that is immune factors. Then they have all these vitamins, the energy, that is lactose. We have there. We have fats, a lot of things, including water. That's why we say don't give water, because the breast milk already has enough water.
Hold that thought,
Wait, to
if you
about
give water,
80, almost 90%.
But if you give water,
yeah,
is there any side effect?
Yes, of course, you are diluting the milk you are giving. Yes, you are building the baby's capacity. You know, this breast milk has really been structured to satisfy the baby, because the breast milk produced is okay for the capacity of the stomach. You know, the stomach, not the abdomen. The stomach of the baby is still small, still immature, still small. So when the baby suckles, the baby gets enough and sleeps off. The baby gets the one that is okay for the capacity. But when you are now adding water, you are increasing the capacity of the stomach. Yeah, and you are diluting that milk. Just like you making tea, preparing tea is somehow considered normal. Somebody now come and pour water inside it. Will it still be sweet? But because babies cannot talk, anyhow you do me, I go take. Really? So we are diluting and you don't even know the source of the water you're giving. Is it good? Why are you giving the water? Some people say you are causing dehydration. No. The breast milk has enough for the babies. And yeah, of course.
But usually they put glucose inside the water or something.
No. That glucose water they give you, I know where you're going to. Maybe in the first...
Coconut water, glucose water.
Just hold on. I'm the expert.
You're the expert.
Just calm down. In the first few days, when the baby is born, if the mother's breast is not flowing,
yes,
maybe the nurses, the caregivers around, they will go and buy glucose for them to prepare glucose water to give the baby, to sustain the baby, pending when the breast starts flowing. Do you know what they are giving? Just glucose. And you know glucose is the smallest
sugar.
No, yeah, the simplest form of sugar. Just sugar you are giving. No protein, no vitamin, nothing. Concentrated. You don't even measure the composition of that thing, that solution you have prepared. And you're just now about the baby.
Well, what would you suggest, pending when the mother's breast starts flowing, that first few hours of life? What should be given?
Yeah. Because the breast milk is not yet flowing, you can now get age-appropriate formula for the baby. Age-appropriate formula. But as you're doing that, you still be putting the baby to the breast so that breast milk will start producing. Once the milk production and the flow is sustained, okay, you stop the formula immediately. Okay. And then continue with breast milk.
All through the formula, wouldn't it have, increased the baby's
stomach?
Yes, extended his stomach capacity.
Just 1 day, 2 days. Okay. Just first day, second day. We advocate women, the women who give birth, to put the baby to breast within the first 30 minutes of birth. Immediately they finish cleaning the baby. Once they come out, we latch 2 of them, we burn 2 of them, and the baby is put to the breast. Baby starts suckling, in as much as there's nothing coming out, but the baby still has some nutrient gotten from the mother. What you through? That's when the baby was inside the womb. So she's so hungry. We assume that the baby is hungry, maybe because of cry. Cry may be due to overwearing, overclothing.
Yes.
Maybe the environment. Yeah, maybe this baby was in God's house with AC, one kind, spiritual ACs, all those things. And now you're putting in heat, Nigerian heat. All those things will make the baby to cry, and they will now go and prepare glucose to say, no. So once the baby starts suckling and breast milk start flowing, we discontinue the
What about
formula.
Coconut water?
Coconut water, no. Why you give? What's inside the coconut water? You may think that it contains oil. Oh, what if that coconut water is infected? You go and break coconut, Abi. You're not the person who planted that coconut. You're not the person who harvested it. You don't even know. You did not test it. Did you take it to the laboratory to check?
Before you can feed your baby?
Yeah. You start giving baby that kind of thing. Small tiny babies start having diarrhea, start having pneumonia. From where? Microorganisms that you introduce to the baby. So we shun all those things.
Does breast milk have any direct impact in reducing pain of a child during that colic period?
Sure.
How exactly does that happen?
Yeah, of course. We have what we call probiotics. Even the colostrum, they help in clearing the guts. It helps in clearing the guts of the baby. You know the guts from the mouth to the anus. It helps to clear it. And when it does that, it reduces this colic, yes. But when you're feeding with and then you have to position the baby well, because if you're breastfeeding, if you're breastfeeding baby and baby is just attaching, you are just attaching the baby to the nipple, the baby will be sucking enough air, and this air contributes to that colic, yes. But if you latch the baby well to the areola, I hope you know where they are. Did I show you my own?
No, please.
Okay.
We know.
Because they are mine here.
We know.
Okay. So now, if the baby is attached to the
areola is a black area surrounding the nipple.
Yes, on the breast. I know they know them. So now, if the baby is attached to that place, the baby will not be sucking air, and it reduces that colic. So all these the component of breast milk has to clear all those both, all the nyama in the baby's guts.
Aside synthetic formula, let's talk about naturally, grown, grains like barley, sorghum, dawa in our local parlance, akamu. Which one is the closest, or the what's the word now? Closest to the components of breast milk. Because when we say mix dawa and another one, things like that. How would you advise?
Okay, now we have to even say that first of all, you have to breastfeed the baby exclusively from day 1 to 6 months without adding water, without adding anything. Then at 6 months, you start giving the baby family food, adult food, small. Mustn't be akamu, mustn't be dawa, mustn't anything that the baby accepts. Start introducing gradually. So, but we can't really stay here that this is the best. Depends on people's culture. Depends on the one they tolerate. Depends on the one they have. The availability, the affordability, and then the tolerance is what we consider. For instance, in my house, I don't like dawa because it doesn't have taste, so I can't give it to my baby. I use corn, and most people use corn because corn is in our environment. We always eat corn. This period is corn and pear period. So we have that corn. And we believe that it contains all the nutrients. Contains the vitamins, contains the carbohydrate, protein inside it. Yeah. When you analyze it, you see that it's really balanced.
Okay.
Have you eaten the corn I'm talking about? Fresh corn.
I try.
Yeah. You try?
I try.
Try again today. When you eat such thing, you see that it's sweet. So when you now blend it with maybe milk, soya milk, adult food, and give the baby will tolerate it. And you add more sugar to make it sweet. In the olden days, they'll tell us, don't add sugar. It will cause jadi for the baby. It's not true. Have you prepared the akamu and take without, that is the pap, and take it without sugar? You will not like it.
Tolerate it.
You won't like the taste. But you now force the baby